facilitation works for us. There are many ways to start projects. We've learned over the years that you can do it in different ways, and that the way you start a project is worthwhile considering. We have developed the collaboration model over the years. So we have a systematic and professional approach that we can offer clients how to start projects. It's our experience that it's worthwhile to have people gathered 3-4 hours and have some serious dialogue about what is success like. If this project really succeed, what is it like? What's different afterwards? What's better? Who's happy? Who finds things much better? It's our experience that it's worth bringing the group together and have a serious discussion about the project and take the helicopter view before you start. Then very often the concrete projects, we would take some serious group work where, for instance, for 45 minutes, people in small groups would find out if we really succeeded with this project. If people are very happy afterwards, why are they happy? What was really good about it? So we bring people into a future position and to consider if this was really good, what's it like? This is because people very often have different ideas about what's good and bad about a project. Like this, we force them to get it out in the open and they get common pictures. This is very useful. And when everybody has a good idea about what it's all about, then we ask people to look at the project implementation plan and to comment, is this then the best way of doing it? Is there anything we can do stronger, better? Is there anything we can enhance? Is this the best possible way to achieve the results we all agree on? And then we get some very good comments on the activity schedule, and that works. Such a workshop has many advantages. People get to know each other. Sometimes we put in power minglers, meaning that we can ask people to meet 2 and 2, talk to somebody you don't know well. You have 4 minutes. This is a competition. Please find out how many things do you have in common. So people actually get to know things about each other, so they will have something to discuss other than work later on in the project process. This can be very useful. It's nice. All this is part of our collaboration model and is part of the tools and the approach that we have. We also have approaches and workshops for later on in the process. How do you make a progress workshop, which is where you take the helicopter view and make sure that you're really on track. How do you address if you have a problem with a project? It's our experience that if a project runs into difficulties, very often people will start talk less and less face to face, and they will be more and more on email and stop talking. That's not very useful. So if you want to re-establish that, then in the collaboration model we also have ways of approaching that and recreating the positive dialogue and making people listen to each other respectfully. Sort of when the projects are over or close to an end, we put a lot of emphasis on feed-forward learning. What can we learn from this project? And that's also a workshop of 3-4 hours typically, and we would some of the very typical question would be if you were to give advice to people who were to start a project like this, what would the advice that you would give them? Well, if we look at value creation for the client from our workshops, the lesson learned workshop is very obvious. One of the typical questions in the end that we would work on together with the client would be, if you were to do a project like this again, what have you learned? What would you do differently on the next project? And it's a pleasure to see people going back to work with smiling, and perhaps if there have been conflicts before, being in a better mood. So that's nice. Makes a lot of sense. So, facilitation works for us.